Hi, Miss Butler's class. This is your Unit 3 review. I will be showing you the work, but I ask that you pause the video and try and work it out first, and then you can see how it can be solved. So I'll go ahead and read the problem, and then you will show your work. A bike trail is 5 1/10 miles long. Jade rides 1/4 of the trail before stopping for a water break. How many miles does Jade ride before stopping? Show your work. So go ahead and pause the video, and when you're ready to see the work, go ahead and press play. All right, I'm going to go ahead and work it out. All right, I'm just going to stop right here for a second. So what I did was I multiplied 5 1/10 times 1/4 because I saw is 1/4 of the trail. So the trail is 5 1/10, and of means to multiply. So I'm multiplying that by 1/4. But 5 1/10 is a mixed number. So instead of trying to multiply straight across, I'm going to break it apart. So I put my 5 here, and I put my 1/10 here, and now I can multiply them by 1/4. You can also turn 5 1/10 into an improper fraction, but I will not be showing that today. Okay, so when I was done multiplying, 5 times 1/4, I got 5/4, and when I did 1/10 times 1/4, I got 1/40. But I have an issue. I can't add those because they are unlike denominators. So in order to make them alike, I'm going to multiply this top and bottom right here by 10 because this is already a 40. So if I multiply this by 10, whatever I do to the bottom, I do to the top. And I'll have a new number. So I'll write that over here. So now my 5/4 has turned into a 50/40. And now I could add it to my 1/40, which will give me 51/40. You can simplify that, but for now, if you can just get 51/40, that works for me. All right, we will go on to number 2. Same thing again. Please pause the video to wait for, to try it out before you see the answers. A bar that measures 8 inches long is divided into 5 equal parts. So 8 inches long is this total, but we're splitting it into 5 equal parts. We don't know how much is in each part. Use fractions or mixed numbers to find the length of one part. Complete the equation. Write your answer in the blanks. So we have 8 inches right here, and we're going to divide it by 5 parts. But notice that they use a multiplication symbol. So what rule can we use to help us solve that? Go ahead and pause the video and try it out. All right, I'm going to show you how to solve it. So I can use the keep it, switch it, flip it method. So with keep it, flip it, switch it, I turn my 8. I keep my 8 the same. I switch the symbols to multiplication, and I flip my number. So it was 5, and now it's going to be 1/5. So what should go in this box? 1/5. And I know that 1/5 times 8 is 8/5, which makes sense because 8/5 is a fraction that really just means 8 divided by 5. You can further simplify this and make it a mixed number, but if you don't know how, they just ask for either a fraction or a mixed number. So if you could show a mixed number, you are more than welcome to. All right, question number 3. Garrett has 7 pints of strawberries. He divides the strawberries into 1/3 pint servings. How many servings does he make? Go ahead and pause the video, and when you're ready to see the answer, you may go ahead and press play. All right, I'm going to show you how to solve it. All right, so in order for us to figure out how many servings that we need to make, we need to first consider the facts, okay? If they're asking how many servings we're going to make, are they asking us for a fraction? No. So if they're not asking us for a fraction, then we know that 7 must be our total, or whole number, okay? So 7 right here is our total amount of pints of strawberries, okay? And we're going to divide each of those pints into 1/3 sections. So when I divide all of them into 1/3 sections, I have 1/3, 2/3, 3/3, 1 whole, 1 and 2/3, 1 and 1/3, 1 and 2/3, and 1 and 3/3, or 2 wholes, and then we keep going. So now we have to count how many tick marks we have. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. So you should have 21 tick marks. So we will have 21 servings altogether. I also use the keep it, switch it, flip it method so you can see. So I took 7, divided it into 1/3 parts, and that equals 21. 7 times 3 equals 21. All right. We're going to move on to number 4 now. So number 4 says, without multiplying, decide if each expression is less than, greater than, or equal to 5/8. So you don't have to show any work for this, but I do want you to think logically about it. Okay? So I'm going to show the work after you have paused the video and tried it yourself. But remember, you are trying not to show the work. You have to think logically about it. All right? All right, now I'll show you how to solve the problem. All right, so I went ahead and highlighted the main numbers that are different. So 1/5, 6/6, 3/4, 9/8, and 5/5. So we know that we're multiplying all of these by the same number. So we're more focused on the fractions. Are they less than 1 whole? Are they equal to 1 whole? Or are they over 1 whole? So 1/5 is less than 1 whole, so it is less than. 6/6 is equal to 1 whole, so it is equal. 3/4 is less than 1 whole. 9/8 is more than 1 whole, so it's greater than. And 5/5 is also equal to 1 whole, so it is equal. All right, next problem. Number 5. Layla buys a 3 6/10 pound of dried fruit. The dried fruit costs $4.55 per pound. Layla wants to know the total cost of the fruit. Layla draws the area model to find the partial products. Complete the area model. So they were very nice. They drew out the area model. They even showed you how to split it up between tenths and hundredths right here. So you just need to multiply. Go ahead and pause the video, and then you can show your work. See the answers. All right, I'm going to show you how to solve it. Okay, oops. So we are going to fix this up real quick. So I accidentally wrote the wrong number. I was trying to write 3/10 here. So after we add everything together, we should get our final answer. So I would take 12 plus 2/10 plus 1 5/10 plus 3/10 plus 1500 and 300ths. The biggest thing to remember is to line up your place values. You will get this wrong if you don't line them up. If you had any issues with multiplying, just remember we're taking 3 times 4 and then 3 times 5/10 and then 3 times 500ths. And then we'll do 6/10 times 4, 6/10 times 5/10, and then 6/10 times 500. You can also write them out as fractions if that makes it easier. So for example, I can do 6/10 times, so I'll take 6/10 and write it as a fraction. Oops. 6/10 times 5/10, which would give me 30 equals 30 hundredths, which is the same thing as 3/10. Okay, that's just an example of how you can write it as a fraction. You do not have to do that. All right, so now the question is, how much does the dried fruit cost in all? So I would add that up. Remember to keep your place values lined up. I'm going to show you how to do that real quick. All right, so you should have this answer right here. Make sure you line up the place values. Once you line them up, you can add in 0, so you can make sure you can see like how to add things up and line it up. You could use a place value chart if you need it. You could also use the base 10 blocks, but whatever you need, try it out. So the dried fruit costs $16.38. Okay. Put it in the box. Okay. I will work out the next problems on another video, but thank you for watching.